Hello, this is Acid for another episode of 3 a.m. With me, I have another guest who has been here before. A very good friend of mine going under the code name of Gamma. Gamma?
Hey, all. It's me, Gamma.
Yeah, he was going to be a panel member, but with this new format, what are you going to do? Anyway, cue the intro. All right, we're back, and today we're going to be talking about a subject that a lot of people want to hear. You know, there's a lot of media pertaining to it, and that is really bad video games. Yeah, you heard it right. We're going to be talking about the crappiest games you could ever think of.
Woo, crappy video games.
Anyway, Gamma, you want to give us a bit of a preface on this?
Yeah, I was watching a YouTube channel that's doing video games, and I thought, you know what? They're playing some bad video games. And one in particular, Sonic 06,
Oh, God.
was, being on their channel. So I was thinking, yeah, that's a really broken game with not just glitches, but weird storyline.
Yeah, I think it's been proven that hedgehogs plus humans in video games is a big no-no.
Plus time travel, like...
Yeah, what?
Well, you go, you play that game for just 5 minutes, like the first level, you're already glitching to your death, and it's...
Yeah.
Who tested this thing?
I believe it's JonTron who made the assumption that Sonic Team was pretty much just snorting cocaine and listening to Slayer the entire time they made that game. And
Yeah,
that's kind of a brilliant assumption there. But let's not get off track here. The vague spectrum of shitty games goes beyond just Sonic 06. You have games like there's movie games.
Oh yeah, always bad.
Adaptations of certain things like Dante's Inferno, like books and stuff. You get generic stuff. Top 5 worst games in no particular order, off the top of your head.
Particular order. Alright, I'm going to... Just because I talked about it just now, Sonic 06.
Well, obviously.
Let's see, what's another really bad video game? Oh, crap. The Batman game for the SNES, I think it was. You literally could not do the first level.
Oh, you mean Batman Forever. I was about to say,
Yeah.
Batman on the NES was like, although hard, one of the greatest games.
Yeah, no, it was one of them. I forget which one console it was on.
Yeah, I actually had that game, Batman Forever, with the up his jump and it's Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I have that game sitting in front of me, actually.
Another really old one was the Friday the 13th one, where you played as camp counselors or something.
Easy. We're not trying to rip off the AVGN or anything. By the way, the intermission music is probably going to be AVGN, but anyway, spoilers. So how many was that? That was like 3, right?
That was like 3, yeah.
Okay, the other 2?
Other 2, Zelda CDI game.
There is no time. Your sword is...
Although funny, bad.
Yeah, no kidding.
And then, let's see, what's one more that we can pull out of our
Well,
hat?
I'm gonna give you a top 5 too. So
Alright.
feel free.
Let's see, one more.
The airtime. The airtime. Wasted.
Let's go for the, Superman the New Adventures. That's right.
Superman the New...
64.
Oh, you mean... I thought that was just Superman 64.
Well, title apparently is New Adventures, but yes.
Really?
The one for 64. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
Yeah.
There'll probably be some like video overlay over
And
this
it
saying.
again another one of those video games where it wasn't just the bad gameplay, it was also the storyline. It wasn't even a real
Why the
world.
hell is Superman flying through rings? I never
That too,
Lex
but
Luthor, I guess, but whatever.
He's stuck in virtual reality.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Spoiler alert to those who haven't played the Metal Gear series. It is a simulation. I know. I mean, sure, people who are fans of that game should have played it already and figured that out. But if you haven't, hate me. Go ahead. I don't care. It's worth the playing. The storyline's great. Anyway, my top 5 in no order. I guess it's gonna have to be. Well, that's tough. I would definitely put the CDI games up there. Definitely. King's Quest, the series in its entirety. I mean, like, going past the novelty, can you really say that's a good game? No. Music is dreadful. Action 52.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
Okay. Action 52.
Compilation of a bunch of different games.
That was all for money.
Yeah, I know.
That's why I don't like it. That's
Yeah.
like 3, right? Okay. The other 2. Oh man. The original Famicom Star Wars. I don't know if you've ever. Okay, well, let me break it down for you. Well, you get to the Sandcrawler and you fight Darth Vader.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you fight Darth Vader in the Sandcrawler, and when you hit him enough times, he turns into a scorpion.
Whoa.
When did that ever happen? See, that's what I'm saying about movie games. And that wasn't even like LJN or Ocean or some crappy game designer. That was Nintendo. That was Nintendo's doing.
You know, it was probably, you know when that happened? When Luke was tripping on acid.
Oh, that's not even the best part. Luke in the cutscene has blonde hair, but in the game has dark hair.
I'd rather have
Consistency, people. Look it up.
take a
And one more.
dump in my ear. I'd rather eat
My worst game
a
ever.
rotten
Well,
asshole of a
intermission
roasted
time.
skunk
I'll tell you after the
and
break.
down it with beer. I'm the angriest gamer you've ever heard. I'm the angry video game nerd. I'm the angry Nintendo, Atari, Sega nerd. The angry video game nerd.
That was awesome. That was really good. That was kind of reminded me. I to be honest, it reminded me of William Shatner.
And we're back. See, I told you. Anyway, my worst game actually is kind of infamous for this. Is E.T. on the Atari 2600. I'm sorry, I can't. Yeah, like we all saw this coming. I mean,
E.T., poor E.T. Great movie, bad game.
yeah, but you gotta think about it. Under the circumstances, I mean, they bought the rights so soon after the movie came out, and Howard Scott, whatever, man, Shaw or something, I forget his name, but there was one guy who worked on the entire game in like 4 weeks. So,
Ouch.
like, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I guess not. Well, if we've both listed our top 5 worst games, what is there next? Disgusting these? Really bad?
Disgusting them? Yes,
Yes.
they are pretty disgusting.
Disgusting.
But what makes them disgusting?
Well,
That's the question.
Yeah. Well, which one do you want to start with?
I don't know, just in general, what makes a shitty game?
What makes a shitty game? Well, let's start with the very basic, and not even going into mechanics just yet. Storyline.
Storyline?
Storyline.
Explain that.
You can't have a shitty storyline. Like, you can have the most amazing mechanics, but if you have, like, a storyline that's badly written and poorly designed and written, then, what are you gonna do? Like,
Yeah, I
can't-
understand. But
its entirety.
let's for the sake of gaming in itself, let's go past the whole motion picture plot line and stuff and think the mindset of like a 90s game developer or an 80s game developer. What makes a shitty game?
Okay, what makes a shitty game?
Like okay, you're back in the 90s. You've just been given money and a team to make a game for the SNES or the Sega Genesis. What makes a shitty game?
What makes a shitty game? I would think aimless, pointless objectives.
Are you sure about that? I don't know.
I think so.
I mean,
'cause
like,
a lot of games just like if you didn't have like an objective, you're just like go here and find this item, but you don't know what to do with it, and then go back.
Oh yeah, I understand. There are a lot of games like it's one of those games where it's like where the hell do I go kind of games.
Yeah.
Okay,
and, like,
okay.
That's it's nice sometimes to have that. Like some games today have that kind of thing where it's like
yeah, but it's not
Fallout,
like it's open world.
Yeah. Well, Fallout's open world. You can go just about anywhere.
No, that's what I'm saying. Back in the day, it wasn't like it was open world.
Yeah.
For me, I would say if controls are tight, the tighter the better.
Yeah.
You know, controls that are like natural, like started with Mario, the A button is jump, you know?
Yeah.
If you're gonna make the jump button like down and B or something, you're gonna lose your audience.
Yeah.
I think
That's
that like what you said, I wouldn't wanna, you know, going back to the past a bit, I wouldn't want to make a game that's like a Nintendo Power kind of game, like where the hell do I go?
Yep.
There have been examples of games that have good parts and bad parts. For example, I don't know if you know who Tim Fallon is.
I don't think so.
He's a composer for 80s, 90s games. He's done a lot of work on the ZX Spectrum, Amiga, even the NES, some SNES. But the games that he's done music for were for close friends. And let me just say, those games are really bad. He's done a lot of stuff for LJN. You know who LJN is, right?
LJN sounds familiar.
Well, look them up, because let me tell you,
Alright.
they're all colors of the crap rainbow, as James Rolfe would say. Well, their logo is a rainbow, that's why. Anyway, for me, good music is always a plus.
Yes.
I mean, like,
say bad
I don't want to be bleeding from the ears as I play a game, but that doesn't necessarily make the game. Like I said, tight controls. Something visually pleasing would be nice.
Yeah. In the 90s, though, you can't really get too visually pleasing.
Well,
'cause
once
it's kinda
again,
hard, but-
think in the mindset. The only
Yeah.
thing they had was to compare to other games. You know, that's like what we're doing these days.
Well, then I say if you were thinking outside the box, something what Final Fantasy did with Final Fantasy VII was make not severely like super realistic cutscenes, but as close as you can with the technology you had.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, one of the first games with cutscenes ever in existence is a game that not many people really like because of the difficulty, but it's a really good game. Ninja Gaiden.
Oh yes,
The
Ninja
first
Gaiden.
one on the NES had cutscenes in it, actual cutscenes with text dialogue and stuff, and Capcom followed suit with a couple of their series. Final Fight in particular had mid-stage cutscenes and such.
Yeah.
Which was really nice. Little things like that are really cool. I
Yeah.
think we just went from discussing what makes a shitty game to what makes a good game.
Yeah, and it's kind of hard to say what makes a shitty game because we like looking at what's really good about a game, you know?
Yeah.
Look at a shitty game, we're just like, well, this is why it's shitty because it doesn't have this good thing and this
Well,
good thing in it.
With the little time we have left, why don't you tell me what's bad about Sonic 06? Because that seems to be a topic with everyone. Everybody hates Sonic 06.
Yes. Well, from off the top of my head, I'm gonna say glitches up the wazoo. It's like no one bug tested this game. One of the boss fights, the first boss fight, one of the first actual boss fights is glitched. It's broken. It's completely
Are you talking about that thing with the infinite
silver.
loop?
Yeah, silver. It completely broken. Whoever thought that spamming that one attack would make the game, you know, playable? It was stupid.
But it's no use.
Yeah.
Take this.
Yes.
Anyway, yeah. What else? Because we only have a little bit of time left.
All right. What else? The storyline again. It just
Yeah, it doesn't.
What happened?
See,
What happened?
then you look back at the original Sonic games, and they were better without really a solid storyline, better
Yeah.
gameplay,
Yeah.
and a lot of people prefer the old school ones.
Yeah. I mean, like, if you want to compare something similar, not even the old ones, Sonic Adventure, like the first
That
one,
one was pretty good.
it was pretty good, and it was basically the same idea, except the plot line wasn't like anything like crazy. It was like
Nothing special, but nothing
No.
too.
nothing like out there, super out there. It's like it's based in its own reality instead of like time travel randomly.
Yes, this is a show of opinions, and on that, I hate to cut you off, but we're a little short
Sorry.
on time. So once again, Gamma.
Yep.
Like to thank you for being here, as I always do.
And I'm glad to be here.
That's great. That's great. Another episode of 3 a.m. completed. Take care.
Yeah. Good night.
Adios.